A few days back, YouTube emailed me saying, Bianca, it's been a while since you posted, and it has. So the motivation was enough to get me to sit down in front of my computer to give you a little house and life update. So welcome back to my channel. Hello friends, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to my channel, Living La Vita Sarda. My name is Bianca. I'm a solo woman who bought a cheap house on the island of Sardinia. Yes, I know, crazy stuff, right? And I know you're here because you are curious about what that whole process is like, and maybe you're thinking that you want to do it too. So I make videos about my life here, my house, and I'm going to give you a little update about what's been going on and why I haven't posted in so long. But before I go there, I want to just say a huge thank you. Now, although I haven't posted for 3 months, I woke up just yesterday to this little notification from YouTube saying you have 3,000 subscribers, and it keeps going up despite me not having posted for the past 3 months. So like right now I'm on 3,013. And that just blows my mind. So thank you. If you have subscribed to my channel, if you have watched my content, if you have shared my content, it really does mean the world because I am literally a little nobody who has started this channel because I moved randomly to Sardinia and I thought people might want to know about it. So thank you. So firstly, just to give you a quick life update, and this is from like probably say January to now, roughly, although the life stuff has obviously been happening longer than that. So the first thing I've been doing is I decided to change career. I was working online, but I decided to change the job that I was doing, like completely change. So in order to do that, I needed to learn the skills necessary to step into this new role. And so I did a training program that started at the end of October last year, took me through till about March, April of this year. And then I went through the process of looking for a job and got a new job. And that's what I've been doing up until now is starting the new job, doing the training, doing the onboarding, and yeah, just trying to hone these new skills of mine. But it really is just the perfect job for living abroad because I can do it wherever I go. So if you want to know more about what it is that I do, please just drop it in the comments. And if there's enough interest, I'll share. Now, the second thing that kept me also quite occupied, all of this stuff was happening all at the same time, more or less, is I had a cat, a little kitten, and this other cat randomly show up in my life, like literally on my doorstep. And I attempted to rescue this cat. I attempted to take her in, give her a good, warm, loving home, domesticate her. And that went kind of pear-shaped. So in the end, she's no longer with me. She has gone back out on the streets. But that whole experience was really time consuming because I was dealing with a feral animal and I did my very best to tame her. And we made some huge leaps and some huge strides, and I could have kept going and I could have made it happen. But ultimately, she wanted to be free. She wanted to be outside, and she was also going through heat. I was trying to do my training and my job, and it was driving me insane. I don't know if you've ever had an animal on heat. And when I say on heat, she was like tiny, like I didn't even know she was on heat. I still thought she was a kitten. I thought she was crying outside for her family that was out there all the time while she was in here. And I have no doubt that is definitely part of it. But needless to say, it did not go the way I wanted. She is not my cat or kitten. She's back out on the street, but she does come here every day and I feed her. And I also suspect she's pregnant. So we may be having some little kittens join the family sometime soon because I reckon she's probably got a couple weeks to go. She's still so tiny. I don't even know how she's carrying more than one in there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, it took up all of my energy trying to do a job and trying to look after this little animal that was crying and crying and crying nonstop. So yeah, they are the main reasons that I have been absent for so long. I've been so consumed with this new job, and I am also working on a US time zone, so I'm dealing with schedule change, sleep deprivation, and that is it. That is where I have been. So if you'd like any more information on any of those things, I am happy to make another video about them. Just let me know in the comments. But what I will say is that this whole journey has been a challenging one. I've been feeling frustrated, really frustrated with how slow everything has felt. You know, we went through winter and winter was great, but winter was really a period of hibernation. And for me, I was just trying to grow internally and externally as well. My world around me, I really want to shift it in order to get these renovations done. But it's been really challenging and really frustrating, and everything just feels like it's been on hold. And surprisingly, it wasn't just me. A lot of people around me were expressing that they were feeling similarly. So now I find myself here. But I know that many of you aren't probably interested in my life. You probably want to know what's going on with my house. So let's get to the house updates. So brilliant news is that my first renovation is going to start soon. I have a quotation for the first step of work, and I will talk to you all about that soon. I'd like to backtrack a little bit and tell you the story as I know it. So in around the end of March, the 15K from the Comune, the local council, came in, and I made that video. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out. I'll put a link for that. After that came in, I would say early April, I approached my geometra for a conversation around moving forward. Like, what was next? How do we go about the renovations now that I have some cash to work with? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've been pretty damn broke ever since I got here. And that's what I've been working on changing, hence the whole career change, because I really needed to elevate my income, and that is what I'm working on. So I just want to be completely transparent about that. This isn't moving forward quickly because I don't have much money. But I did get the grant, even though I won't lie, I am spending it. Anyway, we met, myself and the geometra, in around mid-April, and we discussed all the plans for my renovations. He drew up the plans and he assured me that we could get started in early May. Now, I mean, you can never listen to what they say. You can never trust that when they say things can go ahead, that they're actually going to go ahead when they say. But listen, I knew that it was working out, and I know that it's always working out in divine timing, exactly as it's meant to be for my highest good. So I'm just trying to not sit in a space of too much frustration, as hard as that has been, and just roll with the punches a little bit. And of course, I have been so focused on making money that if I have more time, that does give me more time to make more. So I haven't been terribly pushy because I'm trying to make money. So after we drew up those plans, I got super excited, super motivated. I was like, yes, let's get this all done for May. I went to our local like Bunnings if you're Australian, Home Depot if you're American. I don't know what the European equivalent is. We have what's called like Technomat here. But I went to a local one, so local owners. And I really like that because number one, I love supporting local. And number two, it is walking distance from here. And little old Bianca does not have a car. Yes, another challenge of living in Sardinia. So I went there and I chose some floor tiles, and that was such an exciting thing to do. They had a showroom in there. I was really impressed by that. They had so many different tiles, and I chose some tiles. And I'm actually going to purchase them soon because why not? I feel like it's important to get that step done. It'll be like locking in that something is happening. So I'm excited to do that soon. But then what happened? The Easter holidays rolled around. That was in April. And then we had a Labor Day holiday in May that got in the way, and that halted progression. So the Comune finally approved my project by the end of May. So May 1st was not when I was able to start. I'm told that I have a year in which to start the project or I have to resubmit it, but we have submitted the entire thing. We have submitted the entire house because at first we were just going to do the top floor, and then the geometer said to me, let's submit everything. Tell me what you want in all of the house, what you want to do, how you want it to be laid out, and we'll submit the whole thing so we don't have to resubmit at any point, which of course is a very smart thing to do. Now, I had some misunderstandings about how the procedure was to go forward. I didn't quite understand the role of the geometra and what I was required to do versus what he was required to do. And so I discovered that it is my responsibility to lock in the builders. I thought that I was going to be talking with him and then he was going to give me the quotes based on what the builders said. And that felt really confusing to me because I didn't quite know how that was going to work, but then discovered it was my job. So I approached the builders and they had said that they would be free in May. Then, because the Comune approval didn't come through, I'm guessing due to the holidays, or I don't know how much, I'm not even going to speculate why it took longer. Let's just speculate and say Sardinia. And then they decided because I wasn't ready to take another job on. So they took another job while they were waiting for me. And I had to then approach them once the project came through again. And I've approached them several times and finally got a quote for the first part of the work only. And we're going to be proceeding hopefully next week. Very soon, though, very soon. I asked him for additional quotes. He was like non-committal. He was like, let's just start here and I'll tell you as we go. So it's very frustrating. I won't lie. I feel frustrated that, and I don't know if it's because I'm a woman. I don't know if it's because this is the personality of the builder. I have no idea, but we will see going forward if I continue to work with him because he's a great guy. He's good at what he does. He's local. He's worked with other people I know. He has a very good recommendation, but it is frustrating when you can't get information out of a person. And it's very confusing to me why someone wouldn't say, yes, I'm free. And yes, this is how much. And yes, let's get started. I get confused why you wouldn't be able to say yes or no to something like that because it's what you do and it's making you money. So that confuses me. So again, Bianca's just learning how to go with the flow in this whole process. And that is exactly what I'm going to keep doing. But at present, I have a garden, a rooftop garden growing. Not ideal. I have not removed I was going to get out there and weed pull out all the weeds from the roof myself. But I didn't do that because I've been suffering some mad hay fever here in Sardinia and it hasn't been fun. So I was not prepared to go up on the roof and pull them out because it would have meant a whole 24 hours of pain. If you suffer from hay fever, which I haven't before these past 2 years, you will know what I'm talking about. It's not fun. In addition to that, I was also like storing a bunch of stuff here for a friend, and bit by bit, these things are being moved out of my house. So, it's just interesting how things unfold and how it just feels like the right time seems to come. You always want to do something faster than how it's happening. I think, we live in a world today where we do want things to be done really quickly and we don't like to wait for things. But here it's a whole other ball game when it comes to waiting. And so I am doing my best. I am just going with the flow as much as I can, getting things in order, and now enjoying the heat because summer has arrived. Fortunately, my little house is still cool enough. Not up there, but down here it is. Thanks for tuning in. As the renos get going, you'll be the first to see, I promise. So stay tuned. Please subscribe. Please turn on the notifications so you get the updates as they roll in because Bianca is back and more videos are going to be coming your way about my renovation and my life in Sardinia very soon. Thank you, and until next time.